Well, it is Thanksgiving. Well, the Canadian Thanksgiving. For all of my American friends down south, you guys are just observing an ordinary weekend, and you guys probably have to go to work tomorrow. Today is Sunday. What we got going on here is I'm going to give you guys a Thanksgiving long weekend update on the 83 Buick Electra. This will be the last startup video, probably up until New Year's, which is usually what I do. Is I usually do a New Year's Eve kind of a startup. Anyway, and I usually do pull the plates on the Thanksgiving long weekend. I take it for a final drive and park this vehicle. So I'm going to do just that. It's going to get an oil change next weekend, and I'm going to grease the front end, get it all ready for next spring for the car show, and then it'll be parked. But it'll be parked for the winter time, and it's going to rest in a nice heated warm garage. I'm going to give an update video also. If you guys want to check it out on this vehicle, you can do so. Anyway, seeing as how it is a long weekend, and I do like to keep into the motif of making update videos on the every long weekend, I'm going to do one on this car, and I'm going to start off by giving it a startup. Cold start. It has been sitting for, actually it's been sitting since last night. I parked this vehicle, I took it for a little drive just around town, and I parked it with exactly 66,509.8 on the odometer. That is what's currently on it. So I'll probably take it for a little highway drive. It might accumulate maybe 20 kilometers on it, and it will be parked for the remainder of the season. Anybody new that's never seen this car before, we are dealing with an 83 Buick Electra Park Avenue, mint condition, absolutely flawless interior. Back seat's never been sat in. You swear, the amount of miles on it, you swear the front seat was never sat in either, but you never know. So it was purchased back in 1983 from an elderly gentleman who just decided not to drive this car. He decided to take care of it instead of running things into the ground like 90% of the population usually do when they drive a vehicle. Oh, we'll take care of it. We won't smoke in it. Next thing you know, 2 weeks later, it looks like hell and it's starting to rust. So, and the maintenance just doesn't get taken care of on it, right? Yeah, well, we can all say we're pretty well guilty on that kind of thing. There are some people that don't take care of their vehicles. But anyway, onward. I'm going to start it up. I'm going to give a walk around of this vehicle for anybody new that hasn't seen it. Seeing as how we are up to 1,900 subscribers, and it's happening fairly quickly. We're going to hit 2 grand in no time at all. So thank you. Why, I don't know. You guys like my channel. Hey, I keep doing it because it seems like you guys like it. So hey, kudos. So I'm going to start it. I'm going to give a little bit of a detailed description on this vehicle. I'm not going to keep this too long because I don't want to bore any of you. So I'm going to start it up. 2 pumps is usually what it takes. Well, actually that's what the manual recommends because we are dealing with a carburetor. Fires right up. We are dealing with a 4-barrel Rochester. This is a 307 Oldsmobile built V8 engine. We are dealing with a low compression 307. We aren't dealing with a small block 305 Chevrolet built engine. We are dealing with something that is different. So, I'm going to go ahead and pop the hood for you. Anybody know what this is? I think I made a video on this before. Okay. Anybody ever see one of these? Always use this on the long weekend. If you have one, keep it on. I don't know how many speeding tickets I got away from. Anyway, so very smooth running engine. This car has everything you could ever want except a power moonroof. It does not have that. It was an option with this particular vehicle, but it doesn't have it. It has everything but go ahead and open the doors here. We are dealing with power door locks, power windows, power seats on both, except the power seat controls are actually on the seat, on the passenger seat. They aren't located on the armrest here like what the Caprices were in the late 80s. It was a slow process. It really didn't catch on with these vehicles. With the Caprice, the Bromes, they did have them over here, but the power seat controls are in fact just on the side here. So this vehicle, a little bit of history. It was purchased from a defunct dealership just outside Toronto. Grant Brown Motors, and they ended up getting themselves into a lot of hot water in 1990 when an elderly man decided to buy a brand new Cadillac, DeVille de Elegance or something, or Fleetwood or something like that. And at the last minute, the elderly man decided not to buy the car, but he had already signed a check over to the dealership for about $5,000 for a down payment. The old man said, listen, I don't want to purchase this car, I'm canceling the check. But apparently they went ahead and cashed the check anyway, or something. There was some sort of discrepancy about that, and the dealership didn't really want to give it back to him. Anyway, the dealership landed themselves into quite a bit of hot water over this scenario, and it's no longer in business. It's no longer in operation anymore. It's defunct. So this car was from Toronto. It was right from the city. So it is a one-owner car. The gentleman that did purchase this vehicle bought it brand new in 1983, and I have all the proof of that. And I purchased this vehicle from him in 2007, and I've had it for that length of time, and I've only put on 16,000 kilometers. I bought it with 50,000 original on the odometer, and like I say, the proof is in the pudding here. Like everything is just brand new. Like this car is literally brand new. If there was, if it was still 1983, I imagine this thing would still be under warranty. I do take this car to car shows. I do have the t-shirts that accumulate in my car to prove it. There's about 4 of them in here. Like I say, this car doesn't go anywhere. It's just a recreational vehicle. It's only a summer cruiser, so original tires, white wall tires at that. It does have the auto lamp system. Well, actually the Twilight Sentinel. Ford called it auto lamp. Anyway, this car has Twilight Sentinel, where the lights actually come on when it starts to get dark, and the lights actually just came on. I didn't turn them on, so it's getting to that point now where they came on. So anyway, to everybody that knows about this vehicle, it's going to go out for one last highway tour, and then it is going to be parked. It needs to be vacuumed. It hasn't been vacuumed all year long, so it's kind of getting a little bit dirty. Power recliner. This is your seat control right here. All that stuff is fully functional. You swear the seat belt was never even used in this car. Like literally, it's just everything's brand new, and it does need a cleaning. Okay, like I usually do. I usually am very particular about even in behind here, or even in here. I haven't really cleaned it. Haven't had a lot of time to spend on it. Offer lamps, they do work. It's just too bright out right now for this to be for anybody to see it right now. Cruise control, telescopic steering. Yeah, the Cadillacs had it, and this vehicle also has it. It was an option with the Buicks. So here is the control knob right here. All you do is slide this over to the left, okay, and then you just push in on the steering wheel or push out. Okay, I keep it locked. I keep it locked fully extended. I kind of like it like that. So automatic overdrive, 4-speed transmission. We do have a cassette player. Some of these actually came with an 8-track, because a very long time subscriber actually has a car like this, except in a 2-door model, and it does actually have an 8-track. So anyway, show you guys the paperwork here. Like I say, it was bought from a dealership that is no longer in operation. It is from Toronto. Everything did come with it. Like we have literature here about this particular vehicle. All the paperwork is here, matching numbers, everything. Like we got all sorts of good stuff. Warranty information, even back then in the day. Like we still have all that. So it's kind of good to have the paperwork, because I do put it on the dashboard just as a display. just so people can kind of see that, you know, because a lot of people, a lot of the old timers, they like seeing, you know, well, they like seeing somebody that actually keeps track of all that stuff and keeps that stuff, the literature and all that. But also, I got a lot of compliments about me just owning the car. Like, I'm a young pup, I'm only 26 years old, and here I am driving around in a vehicle that, you know, what's her name, and, you know, and her husband bought a vehicle brand new in 1983, and they never thought to see that they'd see a young lad that is actually interested in these old cars. But hey, you know what? So I get a lot of compliments in that respect too, which is kind of neat. So I'm not going to run this any longer than what it should, so I'll give you guys a quick little walk around. I'm going to shut that off. But anyway, these also light up when you have your headlights on. They light up when you are making a left or right turn, so just a nice little option. This also here pushes in. Okay, that's for your 5-mile-an-hour bumper, so when you actually hit something at speeds below 5 miles an hour, your bumper will push, your grill will push in too, so as to not bust your grill all to pieces, right? It is spring-loaded. Okay, so just something that, you know, GM thought of back in the 80s, and, you know, it was an idea that caught on, I guess. They don't make them like they used to anymore, that's for darn sure. Tinted windows, I didn't tint them, but everything is in the original condition when I purchased the car. I haven't done any modifications to it. I never put any performance parts into it, and I don't plan on it, and I never will. I'm an all-original kind of guy for anybody that's new to my channel, and this car will not be molested with that kind of stuff. So anyway, I hope for any Canadian friends and subscribers out there, I hope you guys are having a great Thanksgiving. I know my southern friends don't observe Thanksgiving till the end of November, but I hope you guys do have a good weekend, or what's left of it, and we'll catch you right back here next weekend, so behave yourselves.